on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Road to Victory. I am your host, Jimmy Smith, and I appreciate you taking the time. Hope you're having yourselves a great week, but we've got some great Eagles news for you now. You all know I'm trying to get this damn room put back together, and guess I didn't think about that new curtain being up. So sorry about the lighting there, but look, ladies and gentlemen, we're about the news in these parts, so we're going to jump right into it. Look, it was an enjoyable weekend, an enjoyable game we had against the Chiefs, but we told you, look, we're moving on. We've been talking all week. Certain things we talked about. One of those things being Derek Barnett. So hope you all had yourselves a happy Thanksgiving. I hope you're having a great Black Friday, but we're here to talk some birds today. So I am here live with you. Any thoughts that you have, any questions, but got to jump on front of this. You know, the Eagles media always gets confused about these kind of things. Oh, my God, the Eagles are making a huge trade. Trade deadline's over. Oh, we're signing every free agent that's available now. They get so carried away with this kind of stuff. So, you know, I know a lot of people hate that, you know, why do you talk about everything Eagles? Why do you break down the practice squad, the roster? Why do you want to know every single thing about the Eagles? Well, because of stuff like this. You know, a lot of people, oh, Nolan Smith's now going to see more. Derek Barnett has not played for the last couple of weeks. Nolan Smith saw 6% of the snaps last week. I think it was like 10% the week before that, 6%. I mean, he is the fourth defensive end. He is behind Hassan Reddick, Josh Sweat, and Brandon Graham. And believe it or not, they are actually really, really good. So Nolan Smith is going to continue coming along, being developed, and he will be that defensive end four. So don't get mad at Howie or Sirianni or Desai when he continues to play the same exact role that he has been the last couple of weeks. But as we've talked about in these past couple of weeks, I think something's going on with Derek Barnett. I think that he's pissed off that he didn't get traded. He's not getting playing time, so he wants to be released. So we talked about the fact that he was inactive the last couple of weeks now. So for the past month, we have, been discussing Derek Barnett here and his possible release. So that actually happened today. But you see the media getting carried away. Okay, we're signing everyone. Now this is, believe it or not, he was released just because he was released. So Derek Barnett was disgruntled and he was let go. That right there in itself is the move. They didn't release him because they're signing someone. And I think where people are getting gripped up is Shaquille Leonard. So we talked about that the other day, and I made a post today just to clear things up for people. But if he signs here, he's most likely going to sign to the practice squad at first. So he's not even going to be on the active roster. To me, you clear up a spot now for Justin Evans, who is now eligible to come off IR, and Quez Watkins. So you need two roster spots there. You've just opened one up. So Justin Evans, I think, will come back this week, and I will happily have some depth there in the secondary. So excited about that. But I'm not trying to burst any bubbles. I just like to talk about the realistic thing. So that way, how he failed, how he's the worst GM, got to fire him, all that stuff that I always have to deal with. This is why I try to explain to people how these things actually work. So people aren't losing their minds when we don't get Patrick Mahomes or whatever they are trying to spin out there. So for the love of God, but he was released. That is the news here, ladies and gentlemen. So a former first-round pick who never, really stepped into, what he was supposed to be, helped us win that Super Bowl. So big shout out to him. Thank you for that. But as, anybody who watches this team, Hassan Reddick, Josh Sweat, Brandon Graham have been eating souls. So look, he just didn't see much snaps. And, you got Nolan Smith, who's waiting in the wings, and he will continue to be that fourth guy. I know a lot of people are saying he's starting now, a lot of things. I don't know where the media gets this stuff. I really don't. So this is a move we all knew. If you've been tuning in here for the past month, you've heard me saying this, so you knew this move was coming. No surprise there. So, yeah, Howie just doing exactly what, we all thought was going to happen here the last few weeks. So Howie's going to continue to do his job. And yeah, you never want to have to just release a first round pick. You never want to have to take on that dead money. But if he's whining, he's causing a commotion, like a lot of the fans, well, just let him go. Who cares? If they don't know what's going on, they're pissed off. Who gives a shit? You know what I mean? So hope you had a great Thanksgiving, my man. Appreciate you taking the time here. Happy to see you guys. Happy Friday to you all. I'll be live later tonight for Fan Friday, taking all your questions, comments, everything. So I hope to see you then. I'll have the game status report around 4:30, 5 o'clock today, so you'll know who's questionable, who's out for the Eagles and the Bills. So, look, because of Thanksgiving, threw things off. So the top matchups will be tomorrow with the practice squad elevations, go Birds, all that stuff. So Gonna keep providing you with all the content I possibly can here, but you guys have any questions, anything that you know, and I'm glad you enjoy that information. I know a lot of you guys, you sickos that tune in here, you enjoy this stuff. You know that this was coming. You know that these things are things I like to discuss. You know, I get a lot of hate for it. People pissed off all the time because I won't make stuff up like the other content creators. Look, man, I just like knowing what's going on and want to share that with others that like that stuff. If that's not for you, plenty of, Patrick Mahomes is traded to the Eagles, all that stuff. There's so much of that out there. I don't know what else to do for people, and people are pissed, and because I made a post about that Shaq Leonard will go to the practice squad. I am not trying to hurt anyone's feelings. I am literally trying to help people see how these things work. And I know a lot of people get upset every time all of these things always happen, but I'm really just trying to help. It is not to, I don't want the media to get a bad rep. They're the ones giving themselves a bad rep by not knowing. And I know a lot of people worship those guys, but hey, man, I just want them to know what they're talking about before they give that information to hundreds of thousands of people who then get confused. And you guys know how it works in these parts, but my man Dragon Knight, appreciate you tuning in. And I've been celebrating for a while here. This is the best team in the NFL, and nobody's going to break that, no matter how many players. Everybody wants to trade, cut. They hate the Eagles every week. I do not care. I love the Eagles, and I will continue until everyone repeats. The Eagles will win the Super Bowl, and they are building a dynasty. That has been my mission this year, and I promise you I will get everyone saying that. I promise you it's going to happen. Man. Look, we already knew he wasn't getting 10% of the snaps. Dude's not even playing. Nolan Smith, the last couple of weeks, has been active over him, and he's only seeing 5 to 10% of the snaps. So the DN4 isn't as, dire as the media is trying to make it out to be. Oh my God, what are the Eagles going to do? It's like, well, we're going to do what we've continued to do and beat the shit out of every team in the NFL. I don't know about you sickos, but I'm fired up here. And Derek Barnett being let go, good, man. We're cutting the fat. We talk about that. We trim the fat. We don't want any whiners. We don't want any quitters. This is not the Dallas Cowboys. This team, this fan base, and the media, none of them should be Cowboys-esque, but we see a lot of it today. So this team, that's the one thing we can rely on. We know the media, the fans, a lot of people are going to turn on the Eagles all the time. But this team, they are focused on one thing and one thing only, the Super Bowl. They do not care if people are confused, have no clue what the practice squad is, how a cap works. They don't care. They're going to continue being the best team in the NFL, and I will continue saying it until everyone bends the knee. They will. I promise you, sickos have been right there with me, and I see the hate. I see the vitriol for our team. I see them whining on Thanksgiving, spending their day where they should have spent with their families, whining about the Eagles. And I know you guys bring it to me all the time, and I try to tell you how much I don't care about it, but I know you guys deal with it all the time, and I'm sorry you do, because trust me, I get it non-stop, and all I ever try to do is help these people. But don't worry, I promise you within 2 weeks, they will all be repeating everything that I just said, and then I'm the asshole. It's the weirdest thing, but hey, I appreciate you, my man, and hope you had a great Thanksgiving. We got a Black Friday here. Hope you guys are getting all the deals you need for Christmas, but I'm pumped up here, man. I still feel this is the best team in the NFL. And all year people have been trying to break that. You got to fire everyone, trade everyone, cut everyone. We suck. We're the worst team in the NFL. Dog, we're 9-1. I'm not going to listen to any of that shit. I can't. And I'm going to keep teaching people how things actually work. And they can be as mad as they want. But when it happens, just remember, you can apologize. You want to be a dick for so much. But, dude, it's crazy. Full delusional last night. Yo. They're always delusional. Oh, 49ers, Cowboys. Oh, my God, they beat these shitty teams. They're so good. But if we beat up on these shitty teams, oh, well, it was an easy schedule. The Eagles made their schedule. So, you remember that last year. And unfortunately, those people are very unintelligent, and they don't realize that the Eagles actually were 8-1 against winning teams, which is tied for the best in NFL history. So it just goes to show a lot of people just don't really know what's going on. A lot of reactionary, just dumb shit. So I'm fired up, baby. And, I just like to get the truth out there. And I know, look, that rubs you wrong. I know a lot of people are very upset in the comments, but it's like, dude, Jesus, God help us. If Shaw lands on the practice squad, other than getting elevation to the roster, can the Eagles protect his rights? If Shaq lands on the practice squad, if he's on the practice squad, people can sign him to their active roster. Anybody on a practice squad can be signed to the active roster, like the snaps from 95 last game. No doubt, man. Let's see, best team in the NFL. Hey, you know it. You know it. You know it. You don't get to 9-1, 2. Yeah, man. They're going to keep telling me, just like they did last year, trade Hurts, fire Howie. This team's the worst. But I promise you, they're all going to be on board. They'll be repeating it. And then it'll be, no one ever saw this coming. Only the guy that broke it down. I had people, and I tell you guys, I don't use Facebook for a reason, but holy hell, made a joke about Jalen Carter. Breaking news. I still think Jalen Carter is winning Defensive Rookie of the Year. Because remember, they kept just breaking news, making shit up about him last week and doing all that. And let me tell you how offended people were. You could never have a source. You don't ever talk every single day with the people that work with Jalen Hurts and Lane John. I don't know why that offends people. I'm so sorry that my hard work has gotten me to places. I have real sources. Dude, there are so many content creators that make up sources. They will happily make shit up for you. They will fire everyone, trade it. If that is your thing, there are so many. And I'm thankful even for those fans. But I want to let you guys know I'm thankful for you diehards, you sickos who tune in here and actually love your Eagles. I actually want to know what's going on. Can't thank you enough, because how many people were whining on Thanksgiving? And it's like, bro, it's Thanksgiving. I got home last night and I was like, God, I really hope these people turn things around in their life. Like, I'm sorry that I get things right. I would try. I do try to get as much wrong as I possibly can to make people feel better. I'm trying out here, man. I will be more like the media. I even made the title of this video, huge move incoming. Like, hey, look, I'm trying to be like the media. I'm trying to get everything wrong, not know anything that's going on, but it's just hard for me, right? Like, I just kind of know what's going on. So it's tough. I'm trying though. Get the check is available to the league on the practice squad, but the Eagles wouldn't put him there if they actually wanted to sign him. Yes, they would. That's what happens and what has happened with pretty much all the veterans there. Getting Shaq Leonard. No, we would sign him to the practice squad, as we mentioned here. Derek Barnett was released because Derek Barnett was released. He was disgruntled and wanted more playing time. So, hey, if you guys are into this stuff, I make these shows daily. We've been talking about this for almost a month now. But no, the media is going to, huge trip, Patrick Mahomes coming to the Eagles, all that stuff. It happens every time. But what's going to happen is Justin Evans or Quez Watkins is going to come off of IR. So, look, man, I'm not trying to upset anybody by telling you what happens, but that's just how it's, going to be. And look, it is what it is. The move could be. Yep. As I was just saying there. Yep. So if you guys missed anything that I said throughout this whole video, you can replay it. But yes, I still think, as I posted and now in this video, it's probably going to be Justin Evans or Quez Watkins coming off of IR. Shaq Leonard would be signed to the practice squad. He will get elevated and then work his way onto the active roster. Think of every other veteran that has happened with this year. So that's all I've got for you, ladies and gentlemen. But again, I'll be back at 4:30, 5 o'clock, and we'll be talking about the game status report. Who's questionable? Who's out for this Eagles and Bills game? And got some important news to keep our eyes on. So tune in for that one. It will not be live, but I will be live later tonight. Fan Friday, taking all of your questions, comments, topics, everything that is on your mind for this Week 12 matchup between the Eagles and the Bills. So I hope to see you there. Hope you're having yourselves a great Friday. Hope you all enjoyed your Thanksgiving, had yourselves a great holiday. Hope you got to see some family, friends, whatever it is. Hope you guys enjoyed your time. But until next time, I'm Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. You all have yourselves a great day. Stay safe out there. And as always, say it with me now. Go Birds!